When you're launching and growing your business, sometimes you need to shift from working in the business to working on the business so that things can be more effective. And for that, you need the right tool set. My name is David. I'm the founder of Better Story Marketing. And today we're going to explore some key features that are part of your marketing list built on high level that come with your brand pack. Those are custom values, custom fields, tags, brand boards, and objects. These tools, they're all gears and levers that help you run your business more effectively behind the scenes. When they're used correctly, they make everything easier, more organized, and completely tailored to your needs. If you don't already have a brand pack, check in the description down below and get one today. If not, let's get in here and break this down together. All right, let's dive in first with custom values. Okay, when you're running your business, there's a lot of times that you have the same information that shows up in a lot of different places. Custom values helps simplify that by kind of acting as variables. They're powerful because when you updated them in one place, they update everywhere. So to give an example, we have this logo dark and logo white custom value. So here we give basically we add in, hey, what's the URL for your logo that goes in a dark context or your logo that goes in a light context. And then when you have those, all the places, whether it's on an email or a website or a funnel, it pulls this image. And so if you change the image, it changes everywhere. So you make an update, it changes all over the place. Same thing, say if you're running a workshop and you're going to want that workshop to show the date on the website, you're going to want it to show the date in the emails. Well, you can set, hey, my next workshop is at this day and this time, and then you can run your workshop, and when you're done and you want to run another one, you just change this and it updates it again in all those different places. So one of the ways we do this actually in a lot of our brand packs is we recognize that many businesses, no matter what kind of business, you're often running a promotional. And so we actually leverage custom values to help you highlight whatever that promotion is. So it's like, hey, here's a title, here's some content, some maybe a sentence or two or three about that promotional, and then what's on the button, whether it's sign up, register now, book your call, whatever it is. And then what's great is once you set that, it shows up in your regular emails. And then if later you're like, oh, I'm not running that promotional anymore, you change it, and now all your emails that are sent from that point forward, they just pull whatever's in here. So that makes it a lot simpler to update your promotionals. You don't have to go in and then edit all those emails. You just change these custom values. So again, what we're trying to do is keep you from wasting time with those small repetitive tasks. All right, let's talk about custom fields. Similar, but a little different. Custom fields are related not to your business like the custom values are, but more to your customers. So these custom fields, they can be different elements that you want to highlight about, say, a customer or an opportunity. So an opportunity is an engagement with a contact, and then you have the contact themselves. So examples are first name, last name, email, phone, some of your basic ones, but you can add other ones. If there's specific information you want about a contact, you can add that in there. What's great is then you can take these, again, kind of like variables. So like, let's go back to the one where it's contact first name, and you can embed this at the beginning of a text to say, hey, David, we're on the way to your house. We'll arrive at this time. And so it lets you personalize communication that's automated to your contacts. All right, those are custom values and custom fields. Another key tool to help you really organize the way you engage and find and manage your contacts is tags. Tags help you identify maybe a feature about certain contacts. It could be how they got connected to you. It could be related to an action they took. So like this lead gen download, that would get set to a contact who downloads your lead generator. And that way oh, hey, that's an action that they've taken. This long-term nurture campaign, this gets added usually at the end of some other automation to then trigger a new automation. You can use tags to both organize contacts, but also to trigger behavior like starting the long-term nurture campaign for somebody or moving them into a different stage in your pipeline. So you can use these both to control actions that you do, with your contacts, but also to organize them. So if you wanted to come in, hey, show me all the people who attended this workshop or who have booked a 30-minute session with me, you can organize that. You can, and again, like many of these things, you can add new tags for whatever you need in your business. Now, each brand pack is going to have more tags in this because this is kind of the default template that we've designed. But then when we make each brand pack, we add them based on that business's needs and what we've seen work best for those kind of businesses. All right, let's talk now about brand boards. Brand boards is a great way to bring consistency to your visual brand. So in here, you can define, hey, what are the logos you're going to use? What are the colors that you're going to use? What is the typography that you're going to use? And then that way, when you're in the email, when you're designing an email or a landing page, or you're just customizing your new brand pack, you can use these colors, and that way you're not like, well, wait, it's not the same blue over here as it is over here. It just makes it really easy to say, hey, this is what my dark blue color is, or this is my whatever. And you can add whatever colors you want. You can change those colors. Again, it's done for you, but it's fully customizable. Okay, the last one is one we don't see people use as often, but I still wanted to highlight it so you could see what it is and how it might be helpful. And these are objects. Objects, so like contacts are an object, businesses are an object, opportunities are an object, but sometimes you need some other object to help you make sense of the complexity of your customers and the relationships they have with one another and the relationships that they have with you. So say you were let's say you were doing a business where you were a coach for project managers, let's say, and you helped people in their project management journey. Well, you might want to see like, okay, who are all the people that have a certification with PMI? And so you would add that entity of PMI, which is Project Management Institute, as a custom object. And then you could associate all of those contacts with that object. Or, maybe they were with some Scrum, like scrum.org. And so you'd create that as an object. And you'd want to relate all your contacts there. So again, it depends on the audience you're trying to reach. So this could be, if you're in a home services business, maybe your custom objects might be like areas of the city, which would really help you in like, okay, well, who are all the people who are in this part of the city? That's maybe not as discernible as, hey, who's in these zip codes? That could be another way to organize that, but it might be helpful to just go, hey, who's in this city or this suburb or even this neighborhood? So these are custom objects. If this is helpful for you in engaging and serving your customers, use it. If you've got questions like any of these, when you have a brand pack, one of the benefits is you can always reach out to us and we're here to help. So that covers these different tools that we wanted to walk through on this video. But the beauty of all these custom values, fields, tags, brand boards, objects, they're not just standalone tools. They are all part of the system. And especially when you start bringing them together, they help you move faster, keep everything organized, and show up in a professional way that exceeds your customers' expectations. So take some time to explore these. Again, if you got questions, reach out. We're here to help you launch and grow your business.